Morning, ma'am.
Hello. Hi, Tanya. Good morning.
Morning, ma'am.
Good morning. So just give me a minute, then we'll start, Tanya. I'm just waiting, for 11:05 and then we'll start. So what do you do basically?
What, ma'am? Did you say something?
1 second. Just give me a second. So it is going live streaming, Tanya. So what do you do basically?
I'm a life coach and copywriter.
Copywriter. Okay. Nice to meet you. Just wait for 2 minutes, then we'll start.
Okay.
Okay, sure. So just give me a second. Okay. Okay. So let's start today's webinar. So I warmly welcome you, whoever has joined this webinar in the Zoom platform, and whoever is watching in the LinkedIn and YouTube, I warmly welcome you. So I'm really thankful to you because it's a Sunday morning. You might be doing something else, but you have chosen to spend 60 minutes with me with respect to your well-being. So I'm thankful for that. Thank you so much for coming here and joining this webinar. So before we start, this webinar, I want to set few, ground rules so that we all will be on the same page. So just few, guidelines are there. If you have any queries or anything, you can post that into the chat window. And there is a dedicated Q&A section also. You can ask anything on that, section. That will be 10 to 15 minutes. Other than that, this is a no sales webinar. I mean, do not worry about that. So we are not going to sell anything with respect to that. But yes, I'm going to tell you and describe you about my upcoming challenge, which I'm waiting for 10 students only. So that is a limited seat. So I'm just going to tell about that at the end of the webinar. And this webinar is totally, based on the experience and the research based. So please pay full attention and try to take notes because any small ideas or anything can really change your lifestyle also, because it has changed mine, because I was not at all focusing on my well-being and also my stress healing part. Then I realized once I started getting its outcome, which were mostly negative only. So please pay attention and make lots of note, because it's not just informative or just I took it from somewhere books etc. It's based on the experience and research, and even as per the science also, because we have a art therapy in the even medical science also. So please pay full attention and stay till the end of the webinar. If you will stay till the end of the webinar, I'm going to offer you one of my key free course that is worth 5,000 rupees, and also one of my book also which I have written. So that is a graphical illustration books. It's not like normal book. So it's having two I mean detailed graphics. So please stay till the end of the webinar, and there are so many worksheet etc. Anyway, it is free. So you are going to get a full value if you'll stay till the end of the webinar. So I'm hoping like you'll, follow these guidelines. So before we start, just type into the chat window, you belongs to which city? I mean, I myself is from the Bangalore, and what about others? What about you, Tanya? Just type your city. Okay. So no problem. So let's, continue this webinar. So before we start, I want to tell something about myself, my personal story, and what I am doing and why I am doing this, Happiness Painting Club, and what is its mission and what is my story. So you are going to hear everything in this webinar. So let me introduce myself. I am Coach Sonal Chauhan, and I am a founder of Happiness Painting Club, which focus on the well-being of busy working professionals and entrepreneurs, and whoever is going through the stress, anxiety, and creative blockers. So it's all related to the inner happiness. So basically, I help to achieve your inner happiness through painting as a medium. So this is all about my mission. And by professionally, I was a IT professional, and I served IT industry for almost 18 years. I worked on various multinational companies, and I started my career in 2006. I am 2005 pass out engineering batch from the computer science, and 18 years I serve the IT industry, and I have played many roles, in the sense each and every role till associate director, which is a higher leadership, mid-level leadership. And last year 2023 was my last role which I have played in one of the top MNC. So that was all about me. And I was really very passionate, very career oriented, result oriented, and focused IT professional. I was. And professionally side, I have been a key achiever with respect to even my professional front, even my academic side also. So this is all about my initial days of the IT career journey. But there is a something happened in year 2016 which has changed, entire direction of my passion with respect to my career. So in year 2016, stress really hit me hard. I am not very sure what was the reason. Reason was a drastic, challenges or change in the role. Suddenly, I was put into the higher role which I was aspiring for, and I was not prepared for that. And due to, because I have been the high performer, and matching that high performance and having the expectation with myself and even from my seniors also, I was feeling very low and I was totally hit by the stress in year 2016. That was my life changing year because I was really not knowing what is happening within me, because I was not at all aware of the stress outcome, how it really impact your holistic well-being. Because I was not aware, I continued with the same passion with respect to my career, and I have paid the least attention on these outcome. So slowly it has grown, year by year, but I couldn't notice it until, it really took a toll on my holistic well-being. So it's not just related to the, that incident. After that, there's so many incident happen, because when you are in the higher leadership role, there's so many challenges, comes with respect to your value system also, and some form of, conflicts also. So in similar conflicts, what happens, many time I faced, verbal abuse which I was not able to take it. In the sense, I felt so many years I have served it, and how anybody can do this to me. So I took that, incident to the higher level, and which really put me a very high stressful situation, dealing with the HR team, then dealing with the senior management team, same time focusing on my work, everything all together, and family responsibility, and I have a kids also, so all got together, I was not able to balance it. And one point of time, I was completely broke with respect to, my you can say the holistic well-being, my mental condition, my motivation, passion, everything. So one point of time I really wanted to quit everything, and I wanted to, move out, but I was not able to do due to certain financial liabilities. So this is what it happened with me, and same time I have changed a different company. So that was a very high, MNC, big level, very old MNC. And there also I had a lot of issues with respect to, adapting to the environment, because I was not used to, work in the hostile environment. For me, environment and work culture is has been priority, and I served IT industry for 18 years. So everything is not the same. So it depends on the leadership, it depends on the, team managers also, how they handle that environment, and also work pressure and client side also. So in my new company, I was working with the domestic clients, and I never worked with the domestic clients. I have worked with the international clients, and I found they are very lenient. I have seen many, many customers, and nobody behave in such a way. So maybe that was the pressure. Everything is coming in here, and I was new joinee, and expectation was very higher. So, I mean, I felt reported, and because I was new, finally I was terminated in January last year. So this is what it happened me. So I really went through the severe stress, but after that I felt slightly relaxed actually. If you consider me, I was carrying that stress patterns from the long years, but I was not able to take decision for myself to come out of it. But somehow, although it was a positive and negative both, reason is, you know, I lost my job, but same time I have felt a inner peace. There was nobody, to trouble me. Nobody can, put a pressure on me. For some point of time, I was feeling really happy. So this is what it happened. And the same time, I have established Happiness Painting Club. Reason is painting has been my childhood passion. And from my childhood side also, my childhood has been slightly, traumatic in the sense from the parental side, but not from the grandparent side. So I have stayed most of the time with my grandparents, and from parental side it was slightly, traumatic. So I used to spend less time with others. I used to spend more time with myself by doing painting, because that was an activity which used to give me peace, because I am an introvert by nature. So if somebody is an introvert by nature, they feel a good by spending time with themselves and doing some activity which give them happiness. So rather than being socially active, we spend more time with ourselves. So this is all about, being an introvert. But it doesn't mean like, being social is something, which I don't look for. But I feel happiness more while doing the painting. So not just from my childhood side, during this toughest time, because painting I'm doing from my childhood, so it really helped me. If you imagine my situation, there's so many teams are behind me. They are, I have been troubled. Instead of addressing somebody, they are putting a pressure on me to change the project or change the leadership. And finally, I myself decided to change the company. So how much stress anybody can gone through. So that time, my painting is the skill helped me to find some happiness and to ground myself, so that I do not go again into the panic mode. So I was in the panic mode in the last year when I was out of the job, but soon I realized maybe whatever has been written, it's something good for me. So same time I have joined one mentorship program that is from my mentor Siddharth Rajshekhar. So there is an internet lifestyle community which helped me to start these webinars and start my digital coaching part. So right now I am a digital coach. So I help, busy working professionals and entrepreneurs with respect to their inner happiness through painting. So this is all about my journey. And if you feel, that was inspiring for me, or whatever your feelings, you can type into the chat window whatever you felt, about this. So thank you so much. And so it is not, I will not say it's, so it's been, something I have done that is I could have changed. I don't think anything about that. But what I realized, we all should have some skills other than academics, other than, technical skills, other than soft skills or anything, any one or two skills which can really help you to provide happiness. And painting is one of the expressive method. What you cannot communicate, what you cannot tell to everybody, because I was going through very dramatic time and I don't want to others to go through that the same by telling again and again and again. So that time I used to express myself with over the canvas or paper, and I used to find the inner happiness in those toughest time also. So painting is one of the key skills I highly recommend. If you are going through not the same situation, anything with respect to stress, life, work life balance, or finding inner happiness, or you are an introvert, or you feel difficulty in expressing. So when you say expressing in the sense communicating, you feel difficulty. So do not worry. There's so many, like you, even I myself is the same. So you can express the same, because what happens once you express that, you release that emotions. So that do not trouble you, and it helps with respect to your creativity and your mental well-being also. If you suppress all your emotions inside you, it can cause issues at the later stages. Not right now, you will not see the difference, but after 1 to 2 years, you will realize you have so many emotions inside and you couldn't express that, and that will take a toll on your mental health. So this is all about, my journey. So let me share my presentation. 1 second. So let me present my screen. Okay. So this is all about so in this webinar, we are going to learn the 3 secrets of mindful canvas, which can help you to connect with yourself. Why connecting with yourself is important? As I told you, the main problem I prolonged so many years when I was going through stress because I was not connected with myself. I was not knowing the symptoms. I was knowing nothing about what could happen to me if I'll prolong this much of stress for the longer period. There was nobody to tell me or nobody to guide me because there is a lack of awareness with respect to stress. So I want you to learn the three secrets of the mindful canvas. Mindful canvas is my system. How to connect with yourself, how to understand your emotions through painting. So this is all about today's webinar. So there are few ground rules I already, told. So what we are going to learn, we'll learn the statistic about the mental health. My journey, I have already told you partially. I'll just show you a few pictures. My mission, I have already elaborated. Top 3 secrets, that is the main agenda of the today's webinar that we are going to discuss today. Product details, I will just tell you the challenge, about challenge, that's all. Okay. So it will finish in 60 minutes. So let's start with the first statistic. So if you share, this is a global data from the renowned sources. If you see this particular, graph, you can see the symptoms of anxiety and depressive disorders, which include stress, because everything starts with the stress. Stress is a main point. Then it turns into the anxiety, then it turns into the depressive orders. So if you see the data, all adults, 32.3 percentage globally are impacted by these symptoms. So if you see just below the age group, you can see the 18 to 24, it is 50%, almost 50%. The majority is impacted by the stress. Now you can correlate what are the reasons it can be, right? It can be academic, it can be career oriented tensions, it can be parental tensions, and nowadays social media also, adding more tension with respect to social presence, social competition, views, likes, all those things add some form of stress. So in 18 to 24, it is majorly it is there. Then 25 to 49, it is 38 percentage, 50 to 64, 29, and 65 plus, it's just a 20 percentage. So now there is very interesting facts about stress I want to tell with respect to data points. Stress is the most underrated medical condition. If you'll see, people talk about anxiety nowadays. Earlier, they never used to talk about that also. Depression is a total social stigma. Add that as a mental disease, and when you say the mental, disease, it is something very disaster wise, so it's a very rare within India with respect to awareness. If somebody has also, they cannot tell openly because there is no empathy around that. Nobody consider it as a normal, medical condition like other. They think like it is something which cannot be controlled and person is gone or something. No, that is not true. It is like physical injury also. It is like any other disease only reason is it is caused by external factors, maybe people around you, maybe environment around you, working condition. So stress is a beginning of all those issues. Now annual cost of the healthcare activities due to stress is huge. It keeps growing year on year. So healthcare activities, because I told you stress is a beginning point, it turns into the anxiety, then depression. So healthcare activities is huge. Maybe that is the reason pharma industry, medical industry don't want to talk about that, because it's everything is so connected, right? Everything is a well connected. People will be more stressed, they'll look for more medical help and all. So this is what I feel. Then 77 percentage of the people experience, some form of stress, physical stress. Spelling is wrong here. So physical symptoms, they see it. 73 percentage of the people experience psychological impact. I will tell you what is a physical impact, what is a psychological impact. 33 percentage of people feel they are under extreme stressful situation. So at least 33 percentage people know they are under the extreme stressful situation and they don't do anything about that. So reason is, I was not aware I was under the extreme stressful situation and what would be the outcome. But now I am telling that. So if you are feeling the extreme stressful situation, you have to do something about it. Okay, you cannot ignore that, because I have already told you it turns into the anxiety, then it turned to the depression, and healthcare cost is huge. So once you lose the track of your, health with respect to the stress, anxiety, and depression, then you have to spend huge money to recover. Then why to go into that situation, right? Work on that prior to that. Then 76 percentage people say their stress is due to money and work. Money and work is a major cause of the stress. 48 percentage people don't get healthy sleep due to stress. So it is both interlinked. Sleep and stress are interlinked. If you're not getting sleep, if you are in stress, you will not get sleep. And if you are not getting sleep also, next day you will be exhausted and your work routine only will put you under stress. So both are interlinked. Okay. So extreme stress leads to the many psychological disorders. So psychological disorders are like anxiety, depression, emotional numbness, losing feelings, hormonal imbalance, reduced cognitive abilities, loss of creativity, loss of decision making, many more. There's so much etc has been written. So what is a psychological disorder? Psychological disorder is linked with your mind. So anxiety is something you keep thinking about a negative situation of anything. Suppose you have an exam or you have a presentation or you have some meeting or you have to meet your boss, anything. So you will, anxiety is, it will turn into the negative situation. In the sense, you will think what will happen. You will keep thinking about the negative outcome instead of thinking something positive, productive. Your mind will by default will go into the negative outcome. So this is anxiety. What is stress? Stress is a bodily response of the challenging situation. So that is stress. And depression is, again, it is somewhat related to mind. You will be in constant depressive mode. You will not feel happiness in doing your regular activities also, which you used to enjoy earlier, but now you will not enjoy. So that is a depression. Emotional numbness is you are not feeling anything. Somebody is lying on the road, you will not feeling anything about that. So this is what emotional numbness come. Losing feelings, the same thing. Hormonal imbalance is a internal game. So that is, imbalance means mood swings and unnecessarily crying and overly sensitive. So all those things happens due to the hormonal imbalance. Reduced cognitive abilities, in the sense, our so day to day operations, decision making, and then taking actions and cognitive behavior, right? How you manage your daily activities, everything get disturbed. So your cognitive abilities will reduced. So you can compare with earlier, what you used to do earlier and what you are doing now, right? In the same circumstances. Loss of creativity is one of the key point. Reason is, when you are under stress, your creativity goes, because you will be too much thoughts, too much pressure. You will be struggling with managing your own emotions. Then creativity is the next level, right? So you loss of creativity completely. Now, impact is not limited to the psychological disorder, even physically. So, psychologically, I have told. Now what is a physical symptom. So, if you are feeling the stress, you will be getting stomach pain, shoulder pain, and bone muscle pain. You won't be feeling like motivation loss, right? That is a psychological only, but physically, how it impact, like you won't feel like getting up. from the bed, because you see everything, like imbalance. You see like what will happen today, and I don't want to get up, I don't want to face anything, something like that. So all those things physically, then do out of stress, in the similar situation you will be getting more back pain, shoulder pain, neck pain. All those are common symptoms, and body pain also. And then medical health care is highly expensive. I already told you, if you lose the track of your health. Now, quickly, I will cover, because this is a very important slide. So I want to cover that. Stress, how it impact in the four direction: body, mind, emotions, behavior. Mind side, I already told you, but I will repeat it: worrying, muddling thinking, impaired judgment, nightmares also comes, as the decisions, negativity and indecisions. You won't be able to make decision because your cognitive abilities are reduced now. So taking a decision, you'll think a lot, or you will avoid the decisions, so that don't feel you don't face the outcomes of making decisions. So this is what happened within your mind. Behavior side: smoking more. IT professionals are all, they go to basement and smoke more, all those things, to reduce their stress, because they are feeling stress. And having the nicotine or anything reduces, bring down your hormone named cortisol. So here is a cortisol, we'll discuss about that. So smoking help to reduce the stress, but it is a negative coping mechanism, because it will impact a different thing. It will impact your health for the worst way. Smoking causes cancer also. So it is a negative coping mechanism. So outcome is, a behavior side is a smoking more. Restlessness in the body, restlessness also, and mind restlessness also. You cannot sit peacefully because you are stressful. Isonemia is a lack of sleep, or irregular sleep, or more sleep also. A loss of sex drive, that also happened. Drinking more, because drinking, I told you now, all those things will, you feel relaxed. Reason is, it works in the negative cope, it's a negative coping mechanism. You will forget everything now. Forgetting everything is not a solution of stress, right? If you got a memory loss, you forgot everything, that is not a solution of the stress, right? Similar way, drinking more, you will be totally in different world, and you will be out of stress, you are thinking. So that is a negative coping mechanism. So that's the reason people drink more when they are stressful. Loss of appetite, it can happen, or even binge eating also it happens. So that is the reason, when you are in stressful situation, many people gain weight also. They reduce weight also, they gain weight also, this both happens. Now emotion side also: loss of confidence, more fuzzy, irritability, anxiety, alienation, social isolation, depression, apathy is a, I told na, emotional numbness. So all those things happens at the emotions level. Now body level, headache also happened, torn muscles, toughness you will see in the muscle, muscular twitches, muscular related, all the issues will be happening. And skin irritation, breathlessness is a common issue. If you are under stress, your breath, it will not be normal or relaxed. Fatigue in the sense, constantly thinking about something. Negative patterns will keep coming. Sometimes no patterns will be coming, but you will feel something is there in your mind, something is going on, but you don't know what. So you will feel restlessness. What will happen, something like that, it happens. Now in the cortisol I was talking about, so whoever is going through the stress, if stress hit you, maybe some situation comes when you are feeling stressful, so your stress is starting now. So your mind releases a hormone names cortisol. So cortisol is a very dangerous hormone, because that is getting released by your brain due to stress. So cortisol is very harmful for all your body parts. If you can see here, it impact majority of your body parts. It can suppress your immune system. It can contradicts your insulin maybe, or you can if it has been prolonged, then you can get even sugar related. Fertility, that's the reason so many fertility centers are there, because lifestyle has changed. So there's so much of stress, so much everybody want to run competition. They want to achieve something in career and all. Everything is fine, but not at the cost of your mental well-being and your physical well-being, because your bad body is your best friend. If you don't have that, then what you'll do with your career, what you'll do with your, wealth or whatever it is. So achieve everything, but not at the cost of your health, right? Do not keep your health as a, sacrificing point to achieve materialistic thing which you cannot enjoy once your health has gone, right? So then these all are reduced bone. So bone is highly impacted. I told you muscle in bone, even bone density got impacted. Then fat, fat, I told you binge eating, all those things. So fat side also, and that fat also doesn't go easily if it has been, accumulated due to stress. Then glucose and glycogen turnover, etc., all those things happens in all your body parts. So that's very dangerous hormone is the cortisol. Now I just quickly I will cover, because 1 second, I'll see the time. Yeah, it's 11:35. So this is a stress curve. So stress curve is having its own peak and, valleys you can see here. And if suppose certain situation came where you start feeling stressful, so too little stress is fine. See, stress is not bad actually. Motivating stress is always fine, because if you don't have any deadline, if you don't have anything, you will procrastinate, right? So too little stress is motivating, but how long, right? Everyone is having its own threshold. Everybody is not trained or not worked on the highly stressful situations. So their stress threshold will be different, right? From person to person. So if you're thinking like this person can do, then I can also do that. So let's see what is their background, what is their training. Maybe they have been trained to handle the highly stressful situation. You are just starting now. So do not compare with others, first of all. Okay, do not compare with others. See your threshold, how much is motivating for you. And if it is turning to the fatigue, in the sense, after certain point of time you will you will realize what is fatigue. Stress is motivating, but it turns into the fatigue after some point of time. Then it turns into the exhausting. You feel exhaust, okay. Then it turns into the anxiety, panic attack, anger, okay. Panic attacks happens due to fear. Sorry, panic attacks happens due to fear. Anger happens, due to outburst, right? Where you cannot show your anger, you will be getting the panic attack. It's very simple. Okay. So these are the bodily response. And then it end with the burnout. In the sense, you lose motivation, you don't want to do that. And you don't want to get up from your bed also in the next day. This is what happens when you completely break down. Because you are not able to manage your emotions, you are not able to manage your own body. Then what about tasks? These are the secondary things, right? You are only handling everything. When you are in the not in the situation to do anything, then what about all those things, task and all? You'll start thinking like that, right? That is called the burnout. So be careful. Do not allow this stress to turn into the burnout. Burnout is the last stage. Before that only you know your threshold and work on that. For that only we are doing these practices, how to manage. So what you can do, you can work on your stress handling capabilities, right? How much stress you can take it, then slowly you can increase the threshold. That is a 1 point. Second is releasing your stress on the daily basis. Do not accumulate. This curve will go every day. This curve will work every day. Release your stress every day, right? Then consistency is important with respect to your stress, bursting your stress. What happens normally, people do 5 days, they will accumulate everything. And then weekends, they will go to bar and they will burst the, stress over there, thinking everything is released. later same stress will accumulate and it will turn into chronic diseases, right? Chronic or anything, whatever it is, because cortisol impact all the body parts, so we don't know. So release the stress on the daily basis. It doesn't mean you go and adopt the negative coping mechanism. Negative coping mechanism, I told, smoking, alcoholism, etc. Do something productive, not productive, something healing activity which can help you. So painting is one of them. Similarly, there's so many others also. Whatever suits to you, you do. I am here for painting. So I will, promote that. So, but do it on the daily basis so that you understood curve, right? This curve will work daily. You are working daily, you're having food daily, you're having water daily, and this curve will also go on the daily basis. So you have to release whatever your stress has reached, at which point you have to release on daily basis. Otherwise, at some point of time, burnout happens. When burnout happens, then people takes break and go for the vacation, then they will recovery. So what are you doing with your body? Do you thinking like your body is a machine or some factory, you can do anything with that? No, no, but no company will help you. Once your health has gone, no company will help you. Nobody will come you, no boss, no colleague, nothing will come to you and take care of you. You will be sitting on the bed and lying on the bed with your body and mind only, and no, because you are totally burnt out, so you will not be capable to do anything. Then none of your team members, none of your bosses, none of your leaderships, no company will help you. So this is you, I can give it in written. Okay. So do not, so do prioritize thing. Your company is prioritizing, your boss is prioritizing, your team is, do not bother about them. You prioritize your health because you will stay in that body for the longer term, right? Not your team, not your boss, not your company. So please do that. And how this my journey started. So I already told about myself. I'm a founder of, happiness painting clubs, and I'm an IT expert and worked in the big MNCs. So these are, my team, different teams, and this is my family. So I have one kid and my husband, and we went for the vacation. And this is all, my different teams. And I had a wonderful career actually initially. And until I told you 2016, so I have already explained you everything. So I was, terminated from my job in the last year. But after that, actually, I felt happy. I told you, na reason is I was going through this, whatever I have explained to you, I was going through from the longer time. So I felt happy actually after this. And these are all my paintings because this particular skill really helped me to burst my stress unknowingly. Because I was knowing nothing about stress, anxiety, and depressive disorders until it hit me. But because I was doing painting, that is the reason I am in the position to give a webinar today. But in my condition, if somebody would have been, without doing all those things, they would have, admitted into the hospital. So I am telling you how much stress I have handled. Okay, so this is all about me because it was inbuilt in me. So same I want to teach you because it helped me. I went through the severe stressful situation nobody can imagine. I got a panic attack also, and I was admitted into the hospital. So that is the worst, time I have seen it. And after that, somebody would have completely quit, but I didn't quit it. Even after that, I have launched my membership. So many things I have done that actually. I have a two galleries actually, virtual galleries. So everything I have done within a year only. 250 plus professional artwork. I have it. I have developed many creativity tools. And I have hosted 5 days virtual traditional art exhibition. I have done 30 days virtual, traditional and digital art exhibition in the collaboration with virtual reality platform named Art Steps. I'm author of two detailed illustration books and art related books. I'm a brand ambassador of the Art Steps, and I have launched my digital courses, communities, and challenges and membership multiple times. Many times I have done it. That everything I have done in the 1 year. But this artwork I'm doing from long time. Rest of the thing, I have done within a year only. And but because I was not having work pressure and all those things, so I have done more artwork. I started taking the live sessions also, live streaming. There's so many things I was not doing earlier with respect to social media, podcasting, and then video making, and then course making, and everything I started under the mentorship program. So I'm going to tell you about my mentors actually. So these are my mentors who helped me with respect to my toughest time, because I told you 2016. So after that, from 2018 onwards, I started getting in touch with many different mentors somehow, due to Facebook ads. And because when you are going through something, you will relate with that more. So I have been in touch with Yogen Singh Rathore in year 2019, when COVID etc. was going on. So I learned a neuro-linguistic program that is on the mind, working, etc. Then Pooja Puneet is a life coach. So I worked same time, almost after this program only, I joined her program also. And then Blair Singer, sales and teaching skills I learned. And I'm learning from them from long time, but paid courses, etc. I took it last year only, last year. Okay, and these three are my art related coaches. So I am learning from them from almost 8 years. So, this is artwork I'm doing from long time actually, from my childhood. But that time we didn't have, YouTube or digital platform who can, help you with respect to enhance your skills. That came recently only, not recently, but after, introduction of internet and especially the YouTube and digital coaching platform. So these three are my art coaches. So I'm learning from them from past 8 years. Okay. Prior to that, I used to do by myself, referring the pictures or referring anything. So I'm under, paid mentorship of the Siddharth Rajshekar, high ticket mentorship. So he helped me to build my courses and my membership with respect to my niches. So he's India's leading, digital coach, and he helped to launch your courses, in the digital platform. So this is all about I'm doing right now. So this is all about my mentors and my mission. I have already told you. So it is to impact 1 lakh busy working professionals and entrepreneurs to achieve stress relief and creative growth via happiness painting. I call it happiness painting because I have, I design especially the program in such a way it can touch all the aspects. It can touch stress healing also, it can touch inner happiness also, and it can give you even, you can envision your future, in the sense you can envision, especially with respect to the gratitude. Because what happens, we might have done so many things, but we ignore everything and we always focus for the future, what we'll get. So we ignore and lose the precious moment. So I call it happiness painting, because while doing it, there are different methods. While doing this, you will you will feel good about yourself with respect to showing the gratitude, and then you realize, like, yeah, you will be positive about your stress healing also, because that is not permanent, right? That is not permanent. It will go with the time. So here I'm going to tell you my secret. So my secret number one is connecting with emotions. So when you are doing painting, anybody actually, if I want to say, everybody does painting, even kids also do painting, right? But when kids are doing painting, they enjoy the activity, and they do not bother about what is their painting until they have grown, right? Grown up. And once we grow up, then we start thinking this is not good, that is not right, this. So although judgment in the inner critics, right, that start once you have grown up. But how kids paint, they will not bother about anything, and they're so focused when they are doing it anything. So because they are connected with that activity, they enjoy that. and they bring out their creative and they do not bother about outcome. So this is what happens when you connect with your emotions. When you are emotionally connected with your emotions, and you are connected with your emotions, so first step is awareness. What is going on inside, right? So it will never be happy always, right? It can be sad also, it can be exciting also, it can be unhappy also, it can be depressive also sometimes, so anything can happen. So connecting and knowing what is happening, that is important, rather than ignoring it, thinking okay, tomorrow it will be fine. Yeah, everybody can give the motivational message, tomorrow is fine, yeah, that will be fine, but what about releasing that? Do not keep anything inside. So for that, you have to knowing and aware of what is happening inside you. So once you're connected with your emotions, whatever it is, happy, sad, excited, or love, or what we call it, anger, right? Anger, frustration, so many negative, positive emotions are there. Then you associate that, associate that with colors. In the sense, it's not necessary, right? Red is only for the love, although because it's been broadcasted and all, you can associate emotions with your choices of colors. But remember how you are associating those emotions with the colors, and then brush strokes and overall composition. So once you're connected with your emotions, you will create that feeling to depict that over the canvas. Then you have to connect with canvas also, so that you can express that freely. That is the reason I recommend not to use canvas at the beginning. Use paper, use a drawing sheet where you freely can do that, and do not bother about the canvas. Do it on the paper, so you will be feeling more free in the paper, because that is not costly, right? Anything goes wrong, you can just tear it. So this is what this is all about, the connecting with the emotion. The top secret is a self reflection is a key. So before starting anything, randomly doing anything, just do the self reflection. What happened today? Take a moment, think about the happiness moment. What are the happiness? What are the different mood you have gone through, right, for the entire day? And collect everything in your mind. You can write that also. So self reflection is the key. Reflect your day, how it has been. Because once you start reflecting, then only you can track the progress after some point of time. If you're not reflecting, you cannot track the process with these three secrets. So reflection is important. Okay. Now you see my these paintings that I have designed connecting with emotions. In the sense, when I was really going through that, I have, really painted that. Painted in the sense, I had a rough phases also. I had a happy phases also. I have a loving phases also. And I have so many, disappointment and all those things. So according to that, I have associated those feelings, then accordingly I have painted that. And some will be your envisioning also, right? You envision. So that also, because I envision for the happy in the sense, I have a dream, in the sense, I have my own happy place. So that is somewhat related to farm and lavender farms and all. So everything you connect with that, and then you paint your emotions. So it's not just about the reflecting the day. Same technique you can use for the envisioning also, envisioning your future, something like that. And my secret number 2 is practice present moment and awareness. So painting is one of the medium which can really help you to being in the present, because what happens when you are going through different emotions, you will keep thinking about that. When you keep thinking about, you cannot be out of the stress. You cannot. Okay. So you can distract by music, you can distract by TV, you can distract by doing sports activities, but what about releasing it? You cannot release it by distraction. You can release by only releasing it, actually. So self expression, for that expressing is important. So for that you have to be in present moment. So whenever you are starting your activity, think about whatever as a secret number one, think about, connect with your emotions, then start doing that. And painting is, it's inbuilt actually. Once you connect with that and you start doing it, automatically, your focus will go on that activity. So slowly, see, for few people it may take time, but once you bring that practice, it will really help you to be in the present moment. Because I love painting, I'm doing from childhood. Okay, so I cannot say like for you also it will be same from the day one. For you it may take some time to connect with that activity. So but the more you will do it, more you will feel connected with your emotions, and more you will be able to heal faster with respect to your stress. In the day one, it may not happen. In day two, it may not happen. But slowly, if you bring the consistency, your stress healing cycle will reduce. Initially, it will take time. Then slowly, it will reduce. Then it will become your regular activity. Like, okay, something happened. Even, you will see a positive outcome on that. Something, negative is also happening. You will least bother about it. Okay, so this is what helps, because painting is not just a painting. It's not about brush, canvas, and colors. It's not about that. It's a process. It's a process of healing. So there's so many emotions are attached. It's a process. Why not digital painting I'm promoting? Digital, I can generate an AI in a seconds, right? But that is not the process, right? So when you are in touch with your canvas, when you are in touch with your brushes, colors, mixing itself is a meditative activities. So my other courses are covering that also, how you create that. So in the physical painting, everything is a process, right? So that helps to regulate your stress. That is the reason I focus more on the physical painting, painting physically. Now, painting helps to regulate your stress. I already told you. With the time, it will help you, and your stress healing cycle will also reduce. Okay. And you can express your vulnerable side. In public, you cannot do that. Everybody cannot do that. Many can do that also, and there is nothing wrong about that. But everybody cannot do that. So, where you can do that, you can do it in your safe space. So what is your safe space? Safe space is your art corner or any room or any space, and your, brushes and all. So you can, show your vulnerable side over the paper. Okay, now top secret is painting is not a hobby. Actually, many call it as a hobby. It's fine for hobby, taking it as a hobby. But it's a well proven health management tool. So in the medical science only, there is a, a special technique called art therapy. So art therapy is getting used with respect to treating, depression also, treating anxiety, people who are having anxiety, stress, burnout, and, emotional distress, and grief, right? Loss of somebody. So everything is art therapy helps. Moreover, result of the chronic diseases like, cancer or anything, somebody has a severe surgery. So what happens, surgery is a physical, but along with that there's so many emotional trauma comes. Emotional trauma means you think about that somebody is so playful and all, suddenly they had something, they're not able to get up from the bed for the longer time, so they feel emotionally unwell, right? So family can support at certain level only. Every time they cannot keep telling that. So engaging them into this activity help them to heal faster, because recovery happens when your mind and especially your mind in a acceptance mode, you will recover. It is a faithful about that. So painting helps. And in medically field also, many chronic disease, they use art therapy. So that is a top secret. It's a well proven health management tool, I would say. So if it is a hobby, it's hobby. But I am telling you, it's the next level. It is getting used to overcome, chronic disease also, especially with respect to the healing. I being in present. So when I started doing that, so there is a special pattern you can observe here. You can observe here, you observe here. These are circular patterns. These are tapping pattern, brush tapping. And this is a, taking some external material and putting it. You might have seen, right? I might be putting line by line, then over the tapping. And here you can see the texture. It is like cell. I have taken a paper and I have represented stick it. And then top of that, I'm giving a different shade. Here you can see this is a texture. So I have given a, different lines over there, and then these bubbles and all, everything represents something. But I cannot tell you because that is my secret. That is my personal space, right? So I cannot tell you, but I associated that with something. Okay. And then I represented that. Okay. So this is what I have done it. Similar way, this also, similar way, this. And this is, I'm telling it's a, happiness and all. And this also, this is somewhat uh, traumatic if you are going through, right? So painting something will really give you, good feeling. And all about this is actually Vincent van Gogh's painting. So Vincent van Gogh is a famous Dutch artist. So it is one of the painting I repainted. I have done many painting because he is my favorite artist. So I observed his painting. So his brush stroke style is, dash based and circular pattern or the moving pattern. If you see the Starry Night also, if you are aware, everywhere he will be using the same pattern, especially in the blue shades, blue and some bit of orange or yellow. So these pattern, when I was doing, I was feeling very relaxed actually. So it is somewhat similar. You might have heard about the mandala art, right? Mandala is a dot pattern. So that brings a focus. That brings a focus, and focus helps you to being in present. So these patterns are basically based on that. Okay, now secret number 3 is the last secret I'm going to tell. Imperfection. Do not worry about perfect painting. Do not worry about that. We are not doing decor here, right? We are working on our stress healing. Do not worry about and think something wrong happened, something here happened. Embrace the mistakes. I was not like this initially. When I was doing painting 8 years, I wanted a perfect, painting, full realistic. And, you can see in my background, those are very initial painting only, which I used to do with, lot of, focus. I was always being in present with respect to painting, but used to focus on perfection, right? And that is fine if you're doing the decor, because I do decor also. But when it comes to the stress healing, right, do not worry about the mistake. Associate the color which you feel good for yourself. Do not think about, others, like how they will perceive. If you have feeling of, so much of social judgment, do not show it to others, because it is your safe space. It is your safe space. It is like your diary, right? You do not put a picture of diary and put it into the social media, right? That is your own internal thoughts. Then do not worry about mistakes. Associate that with emotions, paint whatever is coming, and use the paper. I highly recommend with this webinar, I'm recommending do not use canvas. Use the paper. And in paper, you do that and express it fully. Express that fully. And use the acrylic colors, because in acrylic, advantage with the acrylic color, suppose, you felt like, okay, I want something better, although, then you can overwrite on top of that, because acrylic colors are not like watercolors. Use acrylic shades. So if you have a habit also, so see, being perfect is looking for perfection. I don't see any problem. Reason is I myself has been. But what happens? It blocks your healing cycle. It blocks your healing methods, blocks your growth also, because you think too much time. This is not good. That is not good, and do not take first step. So this is what happens with the perfectionist. They will not release anything. until they themselves are satisfied. So some way it is good also, other way it is problem also with respect to growth. Okay, so because we are working on the stress healing and we want to heal as soon as possible, so do not look for the perfection and embrace the mistakes. It's
Hello.
your mistakes, be happy about that. Tanya,
I just, I just wanted to one.
you have question?
Ma'am, I was just wondering, what do you offer in your membership? And
Okay, just give me 2 minutes. This is done, and these are all my imperfect paintings. Give me a second. Okay, so with this I'm calling it close of this particular webinar. Just a minute. See, Tanya, my membership, I wanted to showcase my challenge actually, but I do have my silver membership. So in silver membership is a collection of 6 courses. So I will show you. I was, in process of building it. So give me a second. I will show you that. So I planned for the 6 courses.
Mhm.
Then I have, are you seeing
Do we
anything?
get live classes or live thing with you also in the silver membership?
Just give me a second. I'm going to explain that. So I have many courses, but for this particular, I'm designing it actually. Just a minute.
Because, ma'am, can I tell you a little bit about myself?
Yeah, go ahead.
I've tried doing painting before, but they said you have to be very good at drawing to start the painting process. And I
No,
was not
no,
interested in all that. I was more
no, no,
interested in
no.
heartfelt painting.
So what is your actually outcome goal? What you are looking for?
I want to draw abstract paintings, ma'am, with the
Oh,
knife
then
and
you
all.
don't need a drawing at all. Who has told you?
Yeah.
I don't know. You don't need drawing. Abstract multimedia you can do without even drawing also. So this is my silver membership, and in silver membership you can see there. So I will be having, let me start with the courses. So I'll be having the main course. Main course is a happiness painting model. So
Hmm.
that is so that is a 3 day course. 3 day
Okay.
you will be receiving the micro learning in the crisp format in the recorded. It's a recorded course.
Ma'am, what all material is needed? I have acrylic paints and canvas. I also have watercolors.
You have acrylic paints and canvas.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you don't want to hear this offer?
No, no, ma'am, I definitely want to hear.
Okay, so you don't need anything else. You already have a canvas and acrylic paints. That itself is enough to start, especially for the abstract, right? You don't need anything. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
You can send me picture of the brushes. You can have four to
Okay.
five brushes. That is
Yes,
enough
ma'am.
to start actually.
Okay.
Okay. And then sometimes we use that foam comes, right, to give that effect, a bokeh effect. And those are the additional things which you can buy at any point of time, right?
Okay.
4 to 5 brushes are enough. And the canvas is also enough. You can just buy one painting, that sheet comes, right? Painting book
Yeah.
comes, right? You just take it because that will help you to express yourself fully. Once you're comfortable, then you can start over the canvas.
Okay.
Okay. And this is my happiness painting model 3 day course. So
Mhm.
it will finish in the 3 day, and once you complete this course, you will be getting a gift from me, and the voucher also. You can buy something from Amazon.
So, ma'am, in this course, we will be learning from recorded lectures.
No, let me explain it. So this is a 3 day recorded course. And Canvas Flow Blueprint is again recorded course. So similarly, I have a six recorded course,
Okay.
and recorded course are there, and I have a live sessions also, because recorded course is for the repetitive learning,
Yeah.
concept which you can learn it by just going through the painting
Okay.
courses. Now once you start implementing that, So we have a pentathon. Pentathon, you might have heard hackathon and all, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
they
yeah. I
have a
know about
hamster.
Siddharth sir. Yeah, I
Oh,
know.
you know already, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you are from his program only.
Sir, I purchased the silver membership. I didn't go forward with that, but like I studied a little bit, and he is pretty amazing because he has a lot of people in India following him, and they're becoming very
Same,
successful.
I'm under his mentorship only.
Yeah,
So I have created based on that only.
okay,
Same
that's
model, same model,
great.
same model. Only my, skills are different. My skills are
Right.
happiness
Yeah,
painting.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
in Pentathon, I'll have a 6 mission. So within 2 months, you will learn everything. So especially the abstract side, na, you will
So
be able to
Paintathon,
do.
ma'am, will be live.
Yeah, Pentathon will be like. See, there
When
will
is
be.
it starting?
No, actually, see, I haven't released this. I haven't launched my silver membership yet.
Okay,
Okay. And but if you want to pre-book, you can pre-book because I'm going to launch within 15 days.
okay.
See, I have launched my business model and creative art and all. That
Mm-hmm.
I have launched it earlier. That was a 6999. But because this is what related to painting only, not from the monetization part. So I'm giving the very less price only, 4,999. If you want to
Mm-hmm.
book it, you can book it and buy it. And I can give you a module one by one, in the sense, anyway you will do it one by one, right? You will not be doing it all together, right? So I can record these 3 days courses and I can give it to you and then other, and I can start
Ma'am,
Pentathon also.
have you got the courses prepared or are you still preparing the
still
courses?
still it is in progress.
Okay, okay, okay. So, ma'am, I will
Okay.
take it once it's ready. Then
Okay.
I'll go ahead. What about the challenge, ma'am?
So that is 1 second. So I was telling Pentathlon is alive, and then inner circle calls. If you are attending Siddharth's inner circle call, right?
Yeah.
Same way, it's a inner circle call will be there, and I'm giving but 1 to 1. So 1 to 1 to 1 to 1 I am giving for the silver membership. So
Hmm.
that is to assist you and to guide you. You know how
Yeah.
much. So that is after first milestone completion.
Hmm.
Okay, after first milestone and after second milestone completion. So I am giving you a free 1 to 1. So
Hmm.
once you will complete the 3 day course, you will get a
Hmm.
clarity 1 to 1. So
Hmm.
I will, whatever you have gone through, based on that, we will work on this. Then after completion of 30 days, you will be
Yeah.
getting another 1 to 1. So these are 1 to 1. Inner circle is alive. And then award recognition, I have it for each stages. And private access community, everything will be in Tag Mango. So this is all it is there. And initially, I planned the 6 courses, but I kept additional 2 courses also because I felt time management and is a base problem. So initially, I didn't keep it, but I kept here also. So this is
Okay.
all about my silver membership. And challenge side, I want to tell challenge is a paid course, but
Mm-hmm.
it is 499 only,
Okay.
499 rupees. Oh, 1 second, sorry. So it's a 499 rupees only, and
Hmm.
that is a 7 days challenge. So 7 days challenge is to give you experience in to start your journey, because you have acrylic and all those paints, right? If you
Yeah.
want to start abstract,
Hmm.
so in 7 days, I will include that also, so that I'll be able to motivate people to at least, go and buy the, material, etc. And then healing process. So I want to give them experience of the 7 days stress healing
So, ma'am, this
using.
is a recorded class, right?
No, no, that will be the WhatsApp class.
Okay. So, WhatsApp class, mein, ma'am, you'll send videos or you'll direct live? How is it going to work?
So I will do 1 or 2 live, depends on the response. Rest will be the recorded. See, I will be giving assignments for each day. See,
Okay.
day one assignment is just to, they have to create the stress relief kit. So
Okay.
that I will, whoever is bought it from that day only, I will start, promoting them to
Right.
create the stress relief kit.
Okay.
I want them to have it, so that at least basic things they have it.
Okay.
Then Then, I will be giving the basic introduction about this program, orientation, etc.
Hmm.
And day two and day three, etc., will be the stress healing
Hmm.
exercises or
Hmm.
assignments, you can say. Few will be abstract assignments also. And that they are, by after doing this 7-day challenge, they will be able to understand the different brushstroke, and they will be able to understand the healing process. Because whatever I tell it, right, until you don't do it, so that will not help. So that is the reason I kept the price, so that whoever is coming, they do at least. है
Yeah,
So,
ma'am, I'm very interested in this, so I'll definitely pay for this. Uh,
so it's a 599. So I'll just put a link here. You can pay directly. Then, I'm just waiting for actually 10 students. And but suppose, I'm so I can start it as soon as possible. I'll wait for some time because you looks pretty interested.
hmm.
So this is a payment link. You can pay there, 599. So you can see that basics of acrylic paintings, tool and brush mastery. So whatever points are there, it is exercise based. So I will give them such exercises, like they do not focus on the painting. They focus on the skill, technique. So rather than building something, landscape and all, I want them to do that exercise so that they realize, tapping and doing different brushstroke, doing the circular, how much stress relief they are getting it.
So,
Because see,
ma'am, will we
hmm,
be able to submit our painting also for review?
yes, 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 yes. Yes, so that will be a small assignment only, because it is we are targeting busy working professional. So I want to give the activity which they can finish in 30 minutes with the better impact, so that they can realize it rather than 1 hour, 1.5 hour. So I
Hmm.
want to make them understand 30 minutes. If you do it on the regular basis, on daily, that will help them. So that is the reason I kept this a 7 days challenge. So whatever
Nice.
they'll do it in 30 minutes only. It's a
So, ma'am,
magical
if I pay
technique.
today, I'll start today only, or when I will pay, then I
No,
will
no,
start.
no. I'll wait for some time, because I had a webinar, so I was promoting. See, 2 or 3 activity I cannot promote out, in the social media. So I will start it as soon as you have. If you have made the payment, just wait for 1 or 2 days. I will get a few more students. So if you were
Sure.
seeing the interested, I will ping then, and if I'm getting 5 students also, I will start this.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Understood. Yeah.
Okay, got it. So you made a payment.
I have not made it till now, ma'am. I'll make it by today evening.
Okay, so have you took this one link?
Yes, ma'am. I've copied the link.
Okay, okay, that's
Copied and
fine, that's fine.
pasted the link.
Okay, so do not worry, है ना, because if you can see that, so there will be 100% refund also. So I'm
Okay.
keeping refund policy for all the courses. Reason
Okay.
is, see, I don't want anybody to go, dissatisfied, thinking like I have paid this much. If you see, this cost is nothing actually.
It is
The time
nothing.
I have invested, the amount I have invested, with
Yes.
respect to high ticket, because Siddharth coaching and all, na, I have a high ticket program. And
Acha.
I myself don't get that, one-to-one support,
Yeah.
what I am giving that.
Yeah.
So I'm giving most of the value from my side.
Hmm.
And if somebody is still they want it, I will refund it. Actually, it's not like I'm I'm just looking for the money and etc. I will fully refund it if they are not happy. They are, because it's a happiness club, right? So I
Yeah.
will refund it. So do not worry, you make the payment. And if something is not working out, it's a full refund policy. Okay, i will
Okay.
i will write here. Silver membership, I have already written that. So, okay, so thank you so much, Tanya. If you have any other question, you can definitely, drop. Oh, I was not sharing. Okay, yeah, I was sharing that. So, if you have any other question, you can ping me. So, are you there in the Facebook or anywhere?
Ma'am, I'm on Facebook. Can you give me your number? Can I take your number?
No, no, numbers and all I am not giving.
Hmm.
So it's okay. In Tag Mango, I am there most of the time. So you can ping me. I will enable a one-to-one chat also for you.
Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Do not worry. Chalo, okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Tanya, for joining.
You're
And I highly
welcome.
appreciate. And in Sunday, you really wanted to learn because seeing your passion, you already have a acrylic paints and all. I'm really excited. So I'll just wait for a few more students, and I will start this activity. At least pentathon I will start it as soon
Okay.
as I get four more students. So thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care.
Bye,
Have a
ma'am.
great weekend ahead. So
Same
what
to
do
you.
you do basically?
Ma'am, I'm a copywriter and a life coach.
No, no. So like other than that, also you do something.
I'm a artist also. I sing. I sing and play the piano.
Oh, piano also you do that. Okay, so nice to meet you, Tanya. Na? Take care. Bye
So
bye.
nice to meet you
Bye.
also.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.